Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another set here in the Team Battlegrounds tournament as we are going to jump right in to the series between Casus Belli and SplinkedOG and Basstopel Supreme and Imperatorchen. So I hope you guys are ready for this one. It's going to be Arabia Game 1 here as we get started. We have very interesting Civ matchups to discuss as we have Casus Belli in the Franks, very popular Civ here on Arabia, potentially one of the most popular Civs on Arabia. And before we get too far, let me adjust that scoreboard a little bit. There we go. That looks a little bit better, I think. But his teammate is SplinkedOG. Gonna go ahead and take up the Ethiopian side of things. Ethiopians having the fastest firing archers in the game should be really nice combo to have with the Franks. And then on the other side, we have Imperatorchen. I'm just going to be calling him Imperator. And he has chosen the Vikings. Very solid civilization, super great eco, great archers, great infantry. Can't complain there. And then on the other side, we have Basstopel Supreme. I don't know how I'm going to refer to him. His name is gigantic, but nonetheless, he is in the Saracens here in the green. So what we're going to see from, interestingly enough, we're going to have double archers potentially again here on Arabia, or maybe we'll have the Saracen player go into scouts and hopefully into camels, which would actually counter the Franks quite nicely, which is a very nice talking point. But before we get too far, let's hold things up and let's take a quick look at the Viking civilization here. The infantry and naval civilization warships won't count for this map being Arabia. The infantry do get 10% plus hit points in feudal, 15 in castle, and 20 imperial. Wheelbarrow and handcart being free are their big bonuses there. Chieftains is pretty good too. It's, I believe, +4 against infantry. And just to confirm, we'll go ahead and slide over here real quick just to check that out. It doesn't say what it is actually. I think it's +4 roughly. Nonetheless, it should be pretty interesting there. And then we had the Saracen pick here. Camel and naval civilization. Market trade cost is only 5%. Markets cost -100 wood, making them extremely cheap. Galleys, hit points, all that won't matter in Arabia. Archers get 1+ attack per building per age, starting feudal age, plus the 1 attack as their team bonus. Zealotry could become into factor here with 30-point warrior hit points for the camel civ as well, which is also an interesting thing considering you're up against Franks. Cavalry civilization. Camels counter Cav very nicely. They heavily do get 20 additional hit points starting in feudal age. Castles are cheaper, farm upgrades are free, foragers also working faster. Unique tech with stables working 40% faster is chivalry. Could be very interesting there. And then last but not least, we have the Ethiopians in Archer Civilization. Archers will fire 15% faster. They will receive 100+ food and gold when advancing into the next age. And the pikeman upgrade is free. Pretty good. Shota warriors could come into effect potentially, but torsion engines is also nice with increased blast radius for siege workshop units. So we're going to have our hands full. Lots of things to see. It's going to be interesting. Let's quickly discuss the maps here as we have a very safe map here for our yellow player here, SplinkedOG. He could wall himself in quite nicely. Decent stones. They're both 4. These golds are not exactly ideal, but should be able to save that one there. And then for Casus Belli here, his base also very wallable. He does have a very open side here, but it's not going to be the end of the world for him. I think he'll be okay since he'll have a safe gold at least there. Woodline's also not bad. And then our Saracen player, Basstopel Supreme, he is going to mistakenly let a boar walk away after almost killing it. That is a very costly mistake, having to go back to sheep, and he's just going to go all the way back over there. Hopefully he brings us back without killing it. Yeah, he's paying attention to that. Nonetheless, his map, not exactly the greatest. He will be able to wall up his front fairly well, but I mean, other than that, he's extremely open on this side over here, as Imperatorchen does get housed here. He does have a house to come down and had it being built at the right time. He's gonna back away and bring this boar in, most likely with this villager. Or I don't know what this villager's doing. It's quite unfortunate there. Actually, he walked all the way away, a little bit of idle time. And as you can see, he's already getting his walls up. Military, or map-wise, he's looking pretty solid. So worst map would probably go to our green player here with Basstopel Supreme. Already walling up very heavily across the front. He's going to have to probably wall in this direction. And it's not going to be too terrible. It's just a lot of walling, unfortunately. So, well, what will we see? Will we see some aggression here? Will we see some booming? It's going to be very interesting. Oh, he's risky man shooting that boar with the TC, but he does accomplish it quite nicely, and works out well for him there. So, we're going to see, we're going to pay most importantly, we're going to pay attention to population here on the bottom. Basstopel is a little bit behind here by 2 villagers. A lot of idle time there on the TC potentially. Build maybe just not working out quite as he had wished, but it's going to be interesting to see what he can do with this one. We do have some scout play here. I mean, either way, they're both equal right now until one gets to feudal age, and yes, I think Casus Belli should run from that fight. I don't think he would win it. He did have quite a few less HP by 6 actually. We do have a barracks coming down here for Imperatorchen. He does find his last 2 sheep. I believe it's his last 2 sheep anyways. And we are seeing those walls come up. We are going to have the militia here going to be produced. We are going to have a drush from our Viking player. Very solid option as well. Barracks coming up for our Ethiopian player as well. But for our Frank player and our Saracen player, I would not expect to see the barracks until they are on their way up to feudal. And actually, we already have Mr. Casus Belli here on his way up. Looks like he is going to put the barracks down. Yep, it'll be barracks stable. But he is going to be really short on wood potentially. We'll see. He's already halfway up. Going to be close on getting that barracks down in time. Scout's going to come back here for some fighting. Still not a fight he can win. Once he gets the additional HP though, he should be fine. And we see some sharing of information between teammates here, pinging where everyone is. We do have the drush coming in now. There's still an open spot there, so this wall will not be completed. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. We do see this fight coming in, and it's going to be extra attack now for our scout for Casus Belli, and he will take care of that, no problem. A lot of walls coming in here. Splinked probably has his own militia being created now as well, as he does. And we got a few idle vills here. So, what we're going to see here, just going to watch this drush go down. Should just pull him back into this town center if at all possible, or just attack him while he's not looking. Quick archery range comes down for Splinked, as well as we'll have Imperatorchen as the last player to reach the feudal age. So he is not actually even clicked up yet. He's still slightly behind there. He hasn't clicked up actually, it's just behind. And he's going to lose his drush here. This is quite unfortunate as he's going to lose everything. The scout will finish those off. The archers. The arrow fire actually goes and takes care of them. Alright. Scouts are already out and on their way forward. That is going to be very important as those walls are still being finished over here. Looks like he should get this walled. I don't know if he'll get this walled. He does have 2 villagers walling right here though. He really needs to get that wall up. He should know exactly what is coming his way, and he needs to just try to survive this. You're gonna see double wall here. This is a diagonal wall. This is lots and lots of walling, everybody. So this one looks like it could potentially go late, as we do have the Viking player going to be getting up. He is going to be up, and he's going to be ahead in the villager count, or at least tied for the Vil lead, and he'll get that free wheelbarrow, which is huge, huge, huge. Viking eco is insane. Scouts, not in time. These scouts haven't done anything. Let's see what we have Casus Belli going for here on this side then. He still only has one scout queued up, so he should realize his opponent is boomed. He is going to go towards his opponent, but his opponent is going to go a double range and a blacksmith. Lots of wood. Oh, he'll get it walled up, so he'll be safe. He'll have everything safe. Gonna see double archery range boom going on here. On this side, we already have double archery range on this side for Splinked, but we do not have a blacksmith coming up just yet, as we do have one in for Imperatorchen now. So, we're going to see Fletching come in. Fletching is going to make those archers much better. We do have some defensive spheres coming out here, as I think we're just going to see both players here just kind of stalemate each other between Casus Belli and Basstopel Supreme. God, this name. I'm sorry, man. I'm butchering it. I apologize. Some sheep found here that were not collected, clearly. Well played. Casus Belli's just going to ship them up to the north, or maybe he's going to be nice and send them back. I don't know. Maybe he thinks, let them in. Let my scouts in while you're at it. We'll see what happens here. We do have quite a few farms here for Casus Belli, as he is probably going to be clicking up here before anyone else, I would imagine. We have a market blacksmith coming up for Splinked now, and his archers have moved out to the front here, so we are going to get some pressure on this side. He is pinging his opponent. He does not have his blacksmith up yet, so he does not have fletching at this time, so that's going to be quite rough. But we could see a double on this side over here, and if that gets in, it could be quite dangerous, could do a lot of damage. Yeah, we're getting blacksmith archery range up for him now. No stable, so we aren't even going to have scouts at this point. We do have archers pop out. They are better archers, but they do not have the numbers here, as we are going to see fletching coming in now for Splinked. So it's going to be fairly stalemated there with archer numbers, but we do have 5 scouts here. One is very weak, but they are going to get in here. They are going to do some damage, and this could be trouble. We do have very little military on the board here for Basstopel Supreme, as he just has 2 units, both of which are spears, I believe. So this is a really, really bad fight over here as villagers go down. A lot of archer numbers go down here for Imperatorchen. He's open over here. Oh, very nice house, but oh, he gets it. Quick walls it in. Very nice. Gets both of those down in time. So this gold is going to be... He's going to be driven from the skull, does lose a Vil in the process. Splinked is sending in his scout and another archer as well, and right now it's not looking good in his base. But we're going to see what happens here, as it just seems like Basstopel Supreme is just slightly behind with production here. He's also going into archers, which isn't exactly ideal. 2 Sis going archers hurts a lot on Arabia, especially when you have someone going scouts and someone going archers on the opposite side. It's going to be hard to come back from this over here, as his eco is going to struggle. He is going to fight off with some Vils here, which isn't the worst idea in the world, but there's still a good number of archers here, and they're just flooding across the map 2 at a time as they're produced. Just a few archers over here as well. So things are, another archer goes down for free. Gonna walk into town center fire. He is gonna take some losses there. He does take quite a bit of HP loss, but he will get all his villagers in there, and that is a lot of potentially dead Vils right there. KD for Imperatorchen is quite awful, as Splinked is tearing him apart with these archers right now. He is going to end up losing this force of archers inside of the base here, it looks like, but they definitely got their values worth, as Splinked has a 24 to 16 KD. Imperatorchen has 19 kills and 30 deaths, which is quite painful. Vil count also at the lowest at this point, and we just have more and more being done over here to make it more and more difficult for them to come back. Imperatorchen will not be clicking up to castle right now. He probably isn't even close. Yeah, he's got a very imbalanced eco right now. So we see all other players on their way or now in castle, as we should see double stable, triple stable knight production come out for Casus Belli here. We also have the, this is chainmail army. Excuse me, I cannot speak. Chain barding armor. And we still have some scouts out, so he's still getting a lot of value with his units. These archers do not have upgrades, so that's not going to do a ton of damage, especially when the knights arrive. Splinked still has massive archer numbers as well, and a market going up here for Imperatorchen, so hopefully he can click up soon. I would really hope to see some camels come out for Basstopel Supreme here. I think that's really going to help his team out a lot. Eco numbers are still in favor of Casus Belli and Splinked right now, as they are riding a pretty nice lead right now on villager counts. So we are seeing double stables come down now as well here for Basstopel Supreme, and we are going to see a lot of knights and scouts here. We are going to see some houses come up behind this. Going to get some archers over here to inflict a little bit of damage, but those archers are definitely not going to be able to do enough, and this is a hole if those get through there, and they're going to. Knights are in. No camels queued in production. Eco is not exactly the greatest at this moment to deal with this. And we're going to see quite a few issues now for Basstopel Supreme here, as we already have crossbows and a large number of crossbows headed in over here to face up against archers. His archers are, he's only halfway to castle. It's not looking good. We might have a quick game on our hands here, everybody. Still no camels coming out over here. Crossbows are just dying. Just knights are flooding in here. He almost has enough knights just to take this town center down now. He can definitely fight under the town center with his upgrades already. And we just have a lot of archers versus a lot of crossbows. Not really what you want to see there either. He will get to Castle Age. He will be able to get crossbow, but will he have much of an army or an eco left at this rate? As he's just going to go through this house. Castle Age does come in. He is taking a lot of heavy losses though with just archers right now. He's not even clicked into crossbows, so all these archers will die against crossbows, which is not ideal. And then we just have knights galore running all over the base of Mr. Supreme here. More archers going down. The KD is just growing and growing more and more, and there is the GG. Alright, well played from both players. That was a rough one there. Fell behind early. Hard to come back from that, as we will return to the map really quickly here. Not exactly sure where they fell behind here, other than the 2v1 against Imperator here. Think that really hurt over here. Again, we have another series where we have two players going archers on one team, and the other team going scouts into knights and archers on the other side. Also had a decent drush coming over here, but it did not do enough damage. I don't even think he got a single kill for a villager on that one, so a lot of investment that just didn't pay off over here. And we'll take a quick look at the statistics before we head to game number 2. Statistics are a very interesting thing here, but in this game it's pretty one-sided. Casus Belli and Splinked run away with pretty much every stat there is, and yeah, I mean, Imperator only got up to 37 vills, at best being rated as much as he was. And then Mr. Supreme here only getting up to 39 did not help either. There's a quick look at the timeline, guys. I've already updated the scoreboard, but we're going to go to a quick intermission screen as I will load up game number 2. How is everyone doing out there in chat today? Should be an interesting game number 2. We'll load up the replay here and switch back over to the live scene. If ever my game will load. But pretty good first game for Casus Belli and Splinked. Let's see if we can have Imperatorchen and Mr. Supreme come back in this one. Let's jump right in to game number 2, which will be on Golden Pit, everybody. Alright. Golden Pit. Basstopel Supreme and Imperatorchen have chosen this map. We have the Magyars for Imperatorchen here, and we have the Mongols for Basstopel Supreme, and very nice civ match for them. And then on the other side we have Casus Belli with the Lithuanians, and we have SplinkedOG with the Aztecs, and it's going to be an interesting matchup. Let's quickly check the technology trees here. Lithuanians, Cav, Monk Civ start with 150 extra food. Spear line, skirmishers move 10% faster. Each garrison relic gives +1 attack to knights and Latus, which is a maximum of +4 attack, which is absolutely insane. If they get to that point, they will be very difficult to stop. The latest being the most OP unit in the game right now, most definitely. Unique techs are Hill Fort, Town Centers get +3 range, and Tower Shields where Spearmen and Skirmishers get +2 Pierce Armor. Also, Monasteries will work 20% faster. And then we have the Aztecs on this side as well. Villagers carry +5 resources. Military units create 10% faster. +5 monk hit points for every monastery technology researched. Jaguar units are also very powerful. Oh yeah, and they start with +50 gold, which is nice. They can do a very effective drush. Atlatl, skirmishers get +1 range and attack, and also Garland Wars, +4 attack for infantry. Relic bonus for the team as +33% gold. And then we have the Mongol, or the Magyar civilization. Cav Civ, villagers kill wolves with 1 strike, which is extremely nice. Won't ever lose a villa to a wolf, Komodo dragon, etc. Foraging iron, casting blast furnace are all free. Scout, light cav, and hussars are 15% cheaper, and they have the Magyar hussar. Corvinian army allows for Magyar hussars to cost no gold, which is extremely nice. And they also get recurve bow. Cav archers get +1 range and +1 attack. Foot archers also getting +2 line of sight, which is not terrible, but also not all that wonderful. And then we have the Mongols here. The Mongols are Cav archer civilization, one of the favorites, I'm sure, for most people. Cav archers fire 20% faster, which is awesome. Like Cav hussar, step lancers get +30% hit points. Hunters work 40% faster now. They get the Mangadai, which is magnificent, unique unit. Nomads don't really ever see this researched, where losing houses does not decrease the population of headroom. Drill, siege workshop units move 50% faster, which is extremely powerful. And scouts like Cav and Hussar get a +2 line of sight, which is always nice, I do have to say. So, all things put together here, it's going to be a very interesting matchup. Should see lots of activity, lots of scouts from all players here. Aztecs being the only civilization without scouts, but Mongols have good scouts, Lithuanians good scouts, and we have the Magyar player, which probably has one of the best scouts, if not the best scout in the game. Given that free attack that they get, it's pretty awesome. Interesting. We have a very forward villager over here. I'm not exactly sure where he's going. He was going all forward there. Oh, we have a lame attempt. We have a lame attempt. And the lame has begun. What a play. Imperator, not happy with his previous game's loss, has brought a villager forward. He says one villager is worth killing this boar so that you cannot. He is going to fix that in time, and he is going to take it down, no question. Very well played there. Can actually fight this scout with his scout and his villager if he so chooses. And yes, that is exactly what he's going to do. Even losing that villager at this point, it has done a magnificent job, as actually the Eagle Scout took the last kill, so this is not even collectible now as it rots into the earth. That was a powerful move. He does get his other boar in, but that was something that you're going to have to watch out for. He also has took these over here. He's not done yet. He wants to find where this is. He is not giving up on this lane. He wants a win, and he's going to do whatever he can do to get it. Oh no, the boar went back, and then he panicked and shot it down right there. That is extremely rough to deal with as well. The Magyar player is going to be very aggressive here, as that was a very, very interesting play. Haven't seen that one yet in the tournament, but well played. Laming is allowed in this tournament. It is part of the game, and I don't believe it should be disallowed in tournaments myself personally, but lots of other people would disagree. He's gonna take some deer. The Mongol player going out for the hunt early, I think that's a great play as well. Could have brought the other boar in though. I think that would have probably benefited him quite a bit there, as he is going to bring it in as well as going out there. So just an interesting build here for him. Villager counts, Casus Belli is at the top of the villager count list right now, and it's by almost a whole villager over Imperatorchen, not a whole villager, but a little bit behind here, as he will bring in his other boar. His other villager, I guess it's this villager right here, did in fact make it back home. So he did steal a boar here, and he's gonna make Splinked have to go do something else, get your hunt, do what you have to do. But it's going to be very interesting to see what we see. I think we're going to see a big feudal play here. Oh, Casus Belli loses his scout. Let's go ahead and quickly check the Fog of War. As we see in Imperatorchen, he only knows what he has done. He knows who his opponent is because he was right here killing off a villager, or a boar, apologies. Basstopel Supreme, he's very interested in walling in. He's actually walled this villager into a very bad location. Hunt, though, will be quite effective for him. Scouting is quite lacking for pretty much every player right now. We do have a barracks coming up for Splinked here, and I think he could actually still drush this out if he wants to. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays this one. Casus Belli, well, he tried to get some scouting in. He knows where his opponent is, but lost his scout in the process, which is always unfortunate. So, no player really knows what's going on across the map. It's going to be heavy, heavy walls, it looks like here for Casus Belli and for Splinked, as they both are getting walls up right now. It's going to be an interesting mess, as Casus Belli will be the first one up again to Feudal Age. Wouldn't be too surprised if we see another heavy scout play here as we did in game number 1. I think that was a very excellent play. I think he did his part, got a lot of damage in. So we have Imperatorchen with a drush of his own coming in, only with 2 militia, but it looks like he has prevented this wall from going up, idled this villager back, doing a decent job here with that. Eagle Warrior is coming out as well. Villager will go back, as these militia will accomplish nothing else but delaying one vill at this point. All players are either walling or, not, but I think that the most open player right now is Imperatorchen. He has not attempted to wall at all, except for these few buildings here. Looks like this militia drush will actually do quite a bit of damage here, and they should get this kill. The scout should be able to block or just track it down and get those hits. It's gonna be close though. Need to get another one. The militia are blocking. Garrison the town center. not in time, although the scout is losing valuable HP and is going to go down here. Oh, that was unfortunate. But they did get a villager kill, so they are definitely doing a fine job, as they have prevented the wall off thus far as well, and he's going to make him have to come back and chase him at the same time. But we already have 2 scouts out here for Casus Belli, and I think that is going to be quite an issue. Splink is calling for help. He says, hey, I'm behind. Come help me. Get rid of these militia for me. You have scouts. He could easily just fight those with his villagers, which he is going to do, it looks like. Scouts will be coming over though, so Imperatorchen and Basstopel Supreme will know what is going on here. I do see a stable coming up this time for Mr. Supreme, which is the right move in my opinion, as he's also walling quite heavily. It looks like they are just trying to wall everything up right now, and this is a very interesting wall here. Lots of investment into walls, and no one is actually walled off yet. The new version of Golden Pit is so open. Scouts come in here, they will, well, one will die, but the 2 militia go down. Scouts will move forward. So, what will we see Splinked do? We have just a barracks. Are we just going to see a boom here from him? Are we going to get some eagles out in feudal? It's going to be interesting to see. And Magyar player is almost completely walled up now. He's just got to finish up a few little areas here. But these scouts are coming forward now. So assuming there's not a hole, they probably will find these holes. And that could spell even more trouble. Nope, runs right into the barracks in the house. Thought there might be a hole there, but not at all. Walls still coming up over here, as they will be up. Casus Belli will be very safe. Splinked also in a pretty decent position here, as we do see the Eagle Scout play coming. There's still a hole there. So as far as eco goes right now, across the bottom of the screen you can see food. Splinked is the closest to going up with his food count. His gold is slightly off there, but he is again getting quite a few farms here. I'm sorry, not Splinked. Casus Belli here in the Yellows Lithuanians, up to 16 farms already. And he's going to be the closest. He'll probably be the first one up again. He's got a pretty solid scout build. They're not going to get in. He actually got this wall up in time, which is extremely impressive considering he had so much to wall up. Do have a spearman coming out over here. Scouts are out over here on this side against the Lithuanian player, but all in all, how good are they? Both actually matching each other right now, so nothing to worry about there. We do have the scouts from Imperatorchen sitting here doing nothing. Lots and lots of investment going into the feudal age. And Magyar player isn't even on gold yet. He's just now going to gold, so he is going to be a ways from getting up. Could we see a very full feudal play here? Everyone is investing into feudal age. We're getting a lot of farms up though. This is still not walled off. This is a massive wall off. And in a team game, you pretty much have to wall off. Scout fight here. Imperatorchen will probably lose this fight. He does have the additional attack though, and that attack is making up in big number, as we have a lot of low HP scouts. And actually, Imperatorchen is going to win that fight. He's going to have 2 scouts remaining alive. That +1 attack for free forging coming into play quite massively. But Castle Age is coming in for Casus Belli. We do have scouts here. We do not have the greatest of res right now for a few people, but actually it looks like Imperatorchen is going to be rather close to go up here. He could actually sell some wood now and potentially sell some stone if he wanted to, and he could get up right now. No market in play though for him, so we will be waiting for him to gather it. Also have some scouts here for Basstopel Supreme, and they are going to go after this gate. They could get in here. They are going to meet eagles though, and even if they get in, we're going to see 3 stable production, or maybe just 2 stable production coming in here. And he says, let's take the fight. The eagles are just running out actually. The Eagles are taking an excellent fight because they're not reacting to the fight. The Eagles, they're gonna actually do quite a bit of damage here. They're not fighting though. They're on stand ground. Oh no. Oh man, that is rough to watch. Very bad engagement for everyone on this side, although Splink did just buy more time for his partner to get to castle, and then I would expect to see quite a bit of knight power play coming on here from the Lithuanian player. I would also expect to see relics coming, and I wouldn't be too surprised to see someone try to secure the middle here pretty soon. I don't know how this scout got in, but he's in. There must be a hole. That could be devastating. Stone wall coming down here is the right play. We are going to see 3 players on their way up to castle with Basstopel Supreme leaving me a little bit behind. Double stable knight production already on its way. A monastery coming up as well as 1 relic is extremely close. The rest are across the entirety of the map, as we have 1 here in front. The other one is going to be up here to the very north, and then 1 safely behind what will be stone walls. He is not playing around today. He says no more raids. I will stonewall my base and be aggressive after that. This is going to be interesting. Stone walls over here, as well as we have a large investment coming in stone walls for this team. They do not want to lose another game. They want to force the game 3 here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They gonna get through this? There's knights here now. Oh, I didn't even see the knight in the middle there. That knight is gonna do a lot of damage. And here comes the knights. Yes, so the knights will clean up the scout play here. We are gonna see a full barracks play, triple barracks actually out for Splink here, as he will go directly into Eagle Warriors, which could be quite powerful here. Also getting his defensive upgrades as well. Take a quick look at what he's doing. He is producing out of all 3. He is getting chainmail armor. He is also producing villagers. He is 1 TCing it right now, as is the Lithuanian player. Nope, he actually has a 2nd TC down. That is extremely useful. He will be able to boom up a little bit easier. Only 1 TC for Mr. Supreme, and only 1 TC for Imperator, which is not surprising after investing into probably having to buy stone, to be honest. So, let's take a quick look at his point of view. Is he stonewalling this entire map? He's trying. He is trying. Knights and scouts are out. This could be quite interesting, as we have a massive ball of knights and scouts over here, though. Eco is going to be very open. These knights and scouts are going to need to be sent over here, but we have Eagle Warriors coming in as well. He is repairing the stable, but he is losing HP. He is not repairing it fast enough, as we have Mongol Cav Archers coming out. That is an excellent play. They do have the first defense and attack upgrades, so that will actually do a decent job. But this stable's going down. These units are not massed big enough, and there is no massive military on this side, for he has only 2 military units, which are these Cav Archers he's producing right now. So either way you look at this right now, it is not looking good. We're going to see another bad fight here if it's taken. It's buying time. Buying time is what they're doing. They are almost completely stonewalled, except for this area, which is being hit right now, which is extremely unfortunate for them. It looks like they deleted or lost that gate as well. Knights are giving way though, so Cav Archers here will be able to do good enough damage. And taking this fight here, not the greatest of plans, but he is stonewalled completely there. And this stable is getting repaired. We do have the Lithuanian player all the way over here gathering relics. Should be able to get at least 2 of them. So right now these are the best fights he's actually going to be able to take. It's going to be very rough though, as the stone walls all around. Cav Archer numbers are starting to get up there for Basstopel Supreme, and yeah, he could defend this. This is quite impressive. Gold here, it's not going to be good though. The gold is the problem. What do you do when you have no gold? Against Nightline and Eagles. Could be interesting. But another good thing though is they could just trade. They have everything walled. Yes, yes, Casus. Thank you for joining. He is 1 TC all in as Mongols. He doesn't have another choice. These stone walls have been massive. The Magyar player is also still only 1 town center in. So we have 2 players at 1 TC. It's going to be very rough. This is a very good fight though. The Scav Archers could have helped out. They're just going to run. On the other side though, we're getting a 2nd town center, or actually a 3rd town center up for Casus Belli here with the Lithuanians. His eco is going to be much stronger as he already has a 62 villager count, closest to him being 54 by 2 players, one being his teammate. So massive villager lead. Still only 2 town centers here, but I would expect to see one come in the middle. And oh, we're going to see a forward castle, aren't we? There is a forward castle. I do not think this will be denied. I don't think they have the eco. This could prove punishing here. Cav Archers here, they do have some upgrades, but there's not enough Cav Archers. There's not enough eco to support Cav Archers. At least not at a large number. This castle is going to go up. Ooh, a counter castle though. So we have 5 villagers building this one, 5 villagers building this one. This one's at 39%, and let's see, 50%, so 40%, but more villagers come in. This is going to be really close. Both castles will probably go up. Actually, they're going to react to this. It's going to be close. Exorcist, what is this wall? Well, there is a strategy to wall yourself up as best as possible. Both castles will go up. Just this one may not. Oh, we have a doubt castle. Look, it's faced in all the glory. The doubt castle is here. Massive military losses. Knights coming over for the Lithuanian player, who is still just 10+2. So he does not have his upgrades, or he does not have multiple relics, just having the one. And these knights are going to be going through Castle Fire. It's a really good fight here. More villagers are coming. He is sending them out, so this castle will definitely go up at some point in time, or at least you would think so. And just a few strikes with the hammer here since it's at 93%. Castle could be redirected. It is. Castle is going to go up though. This village is going to be beautiful. Okay. Oh no, the Cav Archers. Oh, just barely gets that castle up. That was a risk. But at the same time, look at the score lead for Casus Belli, as he is just going nuts here with villagers. He's going to need to get some more relics though if he wants to really take full advantage. Does he not see this relic? No, he doesn't see the relic. He has a monk right there. Doesn't see the relic. That is quite awful there. Cumans get Paladin. Cumans do get Paladin, yes. Lithuanians, yeah. Lithuanians are the best Paladin civ in the game. If they have relics. If they have relics, being the question mark. No upgrades for either castle here, so it's just going to be a stalemate, although we have Imperatorchen here walling up behind, and he will put some battering rams out front as all the fight has come to this side over here. But we still have a huge villager lead here for Mr. Casus Belli, and we have very few town centers on this side of the map, as it's now 2 for both player, but we have 3 here for Casus Belli. Still only 1 here. Nope, he did build his second one as well. We are seeing stone walls come across as well. This is a lot of stone walls, more stone walls than I have seen in a long time, by far. These Cav Archers are not very well upgraded and will not stand very well against these eagles. They will go down so quickly. They need to figure out what they're going to go composition wise, because that is just not going to cut it. I would expect he's going to delete a wall here and send these rams out with these knights. Not sure that is the play either. We do have both Casus Belli and Splinked on their way to the Imperial Age, and that is not going to bode well for our opposing team, as we are going to go ahead and get a castle up on that side to solidify its position, and we do have Splinked finally headed to the center to get that town center up. This castle will likely go down here. Not the end of the world, though. Even if the Rams don't take it down, the arrow fire most likely will. And the Eagles are going to get in here. They may be blocked for a very short period of time, but they will be in. I would expect to see this castle will go down. Yellow's Knights, I think they're just going to 2v1 someone. I think that's their biggest chance. We are going to see upgrades coming in as well here before long. And actually, did he misclick? Did he remove his imp upgrade? He should have been up by now. It's an interesting one. Not sure what he did with that one there. Maybe he decided he wasn't going to go up, and then he realized his teammate was up. But nonetheless, we are going to get this side up as well. We do have some trade beginning over here for Imperatorchen and Basstopel Supreme, which is going to be quite useful, as that's their only way to counter the middle now. Gonna be a rough fight though, because military numbers are heavily in favor of Casus Belli and SplinkedOG. And as soon as Cavalier comes in, we already have Eagle Warrior. Should be seeing Elite Eagle Warrior here fairly shortly from Splinked. Yes, he has the res now. He will be clicking it at some point in time, I would imagine, which is extremely expensive, but so worth it. And, well, we have more stables coming up in the front here. 10 plus 3, he must have got another relic, or actually he just got his attack. Oh, he hasn't got this relic. Find your relics. Go take that relic. You have military everywhere. Go get all your relics. You are Lithuanians. You want that extra attack. So, 18 knights for Imperatorchen to the 45 of Casus Belli, and more just coming. They're just flooding out of everywhere. Stone walled up in the middle. We are potentially going to see trade from this team as well, although it not be necessary. They have all mid control. Trade may be necessary, so they are just preparing, but I think it's gonna be just eco win here. They have everything they could need. They have Cavalier already. They have Elite Eagle Warrior already. Paladin, I don't even know if we'll see Paladin at this point. I would doubt it. He's producing so many units. But let's take a quick look at Casus Bellius. Well, you know, he could probably sell some stone and he could get up, but he did queue up more Cavalier, which I think is the right move at this point, because you know your opponent's not up yet. You mass even more numbers and you try to hit him as soon as possible. And I think that's the right play. We do have Mongol Cav Archers here, but we do not have any castles up, so no Mengadai for you, which would be extremely ideal to have. They're going to get through this university. Oh, well, actually, these Cav Archers are just going to let them right in the gate. Why have a gate? Knights v Cavalier. We have a 12 plus 4 and 10 plus 4. Cavalier win that fight alone. The Eagles should just run back. Don't even sit here, don't even fight, just run. Run and raid. Cavalier upgrade will come in too late, and the GG comes in. Imperatorchen knows they're too far behind now. He has no military. He is not going to get that there. Well played from both players. GG's from everyone. Disbelief potentially on one side here. Nonetheless, you guys played some good games. appreciate you guys for participating in Imperatorchen and Basstopel Supreme. I'm apologizing again, I butcher your name. Casus, Belli, and SplinkedOG are going to head to the next round, the round of 8, and we'll see more from them. But again, thank you for Basstopel Supreme and Imperatorchen for competing. It's been nice to have you. Hope to see you guys again soon in the future. For everyone else who is still here in Twitch, we are going to take a quick look here at the statistics, but it's clearly, let's look at the bottom screen here, the eco, the eco, the eco leading into the military. Lots of stone walls. I don't hate it on this map, but I think it's way too much investment. I think you could have built military, you could have been up a little bit faster. Fortified wall even over here on this side. That, I mean, it's impressive. It would have held for a while. Trade, if you could have kept them out, would have worked out, but it would have also limited your pop space and just villagers galore in the middle here. But GG from everyone. Well played. Quick check at the statistics. And again, I think it's going to be pretty one-sided here as far as things go. Trade profit, that's a pretty good trade profit, but gold collection still quite lacking there. A lot more investment had to go into it as well. Relic gold, very good. Oh, did he ever get this relic? He did get that relic finally. Okay, that was gonna bother me all night if I didn't check, guys. And there is your timeline. For those of you who are wondering, that is going to end this series here, as it was only a best of 3. But do not worry, we have another set coming up here in just a minute. I'm going to do a little exit here for YouTube, so just stay tuned, guys, here on Twitch. For anyone who is on YouTube who did watch this recording, thank you. Please like, subscribe, comment, follow, come join the Discord, come join in and be a part of this wonderful community we have going here. And hope to see you guys here soon. See you later.